Back live here, and the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs have entered the building. We're live at the Nets on Fire Sports Complex. It's the Be More Sports Complex. Nets on Fire's inside at the rink. Great place to come. They got the Grip, Intermountain Sports Performance, and gracious enough to host us for our 2025 Baseball Media Day. And the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs are here, Coach Abbott, and we'll get to the players in a second. But, Coach, we always like to start with you. But before we do, I brought you something. You recognize this?
Oh, yeah.
This is Coach's jersey. I don't know if his kids believe him, so I had to bring proof that he actually did play professional baseball. They did the Think Pink Cancer Awareness Night. Coach, I've had this in my closet collecting dust, and I'm giving it to you. Now your players will believe you if you tell them you actually played professional baseball. It's the Think Pink version, guys. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know if his autograph's is good now or worth. I don't know how much money I'm giving up here.
Because you tried to sell it and couldn't get it.
Now his kids will believe him that he played professional baseball. I was doing the on-field promotions with the St. George Roadrunners, and they had the Think Pink night, and I think I paid like a whopping $175 for that. So pretty good deal. Now that the festivities are done, Coach, if we can, let's start with you and give us a preview of the Mustangs this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good season. We're 8 games in. We've had our 2 tournaments, and I like where we're at. We played some really good baseball, and we've had some learning experiences, and getting back to the drawing board on some of those things. We got a good week of practice, and we got another tournament this week and another 4 games. So a lot of baseball these last couple weeks, but we've had a good opportunity to find some pieces and put some things together, and had some guys step up. We've had a lot of guys in different positions, and these 4 guys have done a great job this far. So, you
guys in 6 years, the school started, have built quite the baseball foundation, the state championships and everything. What's the focus this year? Have you guys sat down as a collective team and made some goals? And is the state title getting back on top one of the goals for this team?
Absolutely. We do a chalk talk every year, and we kind of talk about what our identity is as a team and how we're going to go forward with that. We want to make sure that that's a focus throughout the season. It's a game of adjustments. We know we got to make those from time to time and game to game and pitch to pitch, but the goal is always to win that last game of the year.
Last year, 16-10. I think you were 4th in the region. I think it went 7-5 in the region. Does this team feel like it has the chance to do something special this year?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's different. Every year you get who you get, and your identity changes. You got guys that leave the program that, did something different than the guys that are behind them. And, it's no different from this club. We're going to have some do some things different, and, we'll have to play defense real well, and we'll pitch, and, we'll put together some great at-bats. But, the identity changes, but I think collectively as a group, as a program, and our coaching staff, we know exactly what we need to do to win ball games. So,
Coach, you talk about the DNA, kind of the way this team is made up. Is it more of a bopping team? Is it more of a get a man on, get him over, get him in, or is it a pitching, just try and win low-scoring games? Or are you still trying to find your identity?
Yeah, I think that what you just described is baseball in general. We talk about get them on, get them over, get them in all the time. However you do that, is something that makes you a really good ball club. We've been pitching it really well. We're really excited about the staff that we got and the arms that have came in and had some minimal innings. We've had couple sophomores, come in and get some innings and do really well. So, I think baseball in general, I think the consensus is that, you got to score more runs than that other team. But if we can limit the mistakes, take a couple free 90s, make sure we get those big hits, limit the big innings, I think we're going to be just fine and win some good ball games.
We'll circle back to Coach in just a second. Let's bring in the players. Start with McKay. McKay, I feel like you're almost going to graduate. You've been around for a long, long time. I know football's always kind of been the main sport, but you've always been a really talented baseball player. How do you divvy up your time? And now that it is baseball season, last run for you, what's your feelings going into this season?
Yeah, this season's very exciting. This one's just all baseball for me. It's the last few years I've had to worry about football a little bit, and this year's very exciting because it's just all baseball from here. I'm going to go on a mission in the summer, so this year it's just baseball, and then when I get back it'll be football again. But I'm really excited to focus on baseball.
Have you got your call yet? Do we know where you're going?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Soon.
Okay.
And McKay, one of the elite tacklers, I still remember that you stoned that guy on the goal line in the state championship game. That highlight still resonates in my head. But do any of those skills from the football field translate to the diamond in your mind?
Yeah, I think so. I think, I think football really taught me how to be a leader and kind of, just be a leader and be a team guy. I think football is the ultimate team sport, and I think all those skills to me brought to baseball as well. And I'm still learning how to translate those, but I think it's coming along.
Coach, you got any plans to use him on the bump, or is he too wild?
Oh no, he's good. He's good. I do kind of want to go off of what McKay said. I think he's right, and all four of these guys sitting right here bring leadership to the table. And you'll talk to this next guy here in a minute who just was a dog on the football field, and the leadership that these guys bring is so important, and you're never going to be able to replace that type of thing, but you're also not going to be able to coach that. Like, a lot of these guys have that given talent to be leaders, and that's something as a coach I appreciate so much. So
I know McKay's not pitching, but this guy should be pitching, right? Ryder. He's actually he's transitioned to first base and doing a pretty good job over there. They won't let you on the mound with that arm?
I guess not. Maybe I'll get in an inning somewhere.
Okay. All right. I figured you'd have a little bit of a run out there, maybe out of the bullpen or something. But talk about when did you first start playing baseball? Have you played baseball your whole life?
Yeah, I played baseball my whole life. Yeah,
okay. Gotcha. But first love baseball?
Yeah, I would say it was baseball before football in my life for sure.
You just heard McKay talking about how it's tough to translate some things over. Has it been easier for you because you're always throwing? At least you have that. He's always tackling. You're always throwing. That should be more helpful in baseball, right?
Yeah, it keeps my arm in shape. It kind of helps out, just getting the release point, and yeah.
First base, you can't even hardly throw it anywhere with that arm strength. You throw.
Yeah, I just try to fit in where I can and help out the team. So.
Hey, why don't you come on staff?
How's it at bats? You feel like you're being patient at the plate? You seeing the ball pretty well right now, early in the season?
Yeah, just kind of like what McKay was saying. We're just trying to get back to the swing of things. It's been nice, kind of refreshing to have a season where it's just don't got to worry about anything other than baseball and just like full steam ahead on baseball.
Ryder, share it with us here. Ryder, favorite baseball player? Who do you emulate? Who do you watch in the bigs?
I watch a lot of guys, but I like Mike Trout. He's probably my favorite just growing up my whole life. So
he's washed up.
Yeah, now he is.
Trout, got anything left in the tank? Does he?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Got plenty in the tank.
We'll see. Let's bring in some more of your teammates. I don't even know where to go with that one. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Let's talk to Jackson for a second. Jackson, what's your role on this team this year?
I'm the center fielder this year. I hope I throw some. I hope I can be a leader and hitting wise and get on base.
Where are you batting in the lineup right now?
Right now I'm the second batter.
Okay, so you're part of the top of the order. You got to get out. You got to set the table. Go ahead, Paulie.
How many outfield assists this year for you think, Jackson?
I hope I
it's
can.
It's a tough stat. It's one of the harder stats in high school to compile, but
as much as I can get every opportunity, I hope I can do what I can to help the team any way I can.
If you play center field, you have to be pretty fast or at least quick, right? If you were to race around the bases from home to home, would you beat everybody on the Mustang team back to home?
I'd say me and Cutter Christensen we ran a 60 together and we got the exact same time. He's our right fielder. He's quick.
Okay. All right.
McKay's disputing this claim here. I saw him shaking his head.
We'll get you some results this week. We'll
me and him will race sometime.
You think you can win it, McKay?
Yeah.
Give him a microphone. He's got to talk some trash here.
I think I can make it close, but he's a fast guy. I got a little more weight on me. I think it slows me down a little bit, but I think I can make it close. He probably gets me, but he's
now
a
you're
fast
backpedaling.
It's a photo finish, right?
Well, yeah, we'll race sometime. We'll let you know.
They're all competitive.
How's Jace looking? Jason at shortstop, right? MacArthur?
Yeah.
How's he looking, Coach?
Great, man. Great. Yeah, he's had some good at-bats. He's at the top of our lineup, and, he's a guy that just gets the game going for us. He sets the tone real quick. Yeah.
Let's bring in Stanton. Stanton, you have a funky delivery. I love it. Is that by design, or is that how you've always pitched?
It's been all the time, since I started pitching.
So you just started with that motion?
Yeah.
Really? I thought you would maybe pick that up later in life.
Started with it.
I love it. Is it easy to fool your teammates when you go live scrimmages?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Coach, now you're a pitcher. What do you think of his arm angles and his wind up and release?
as a pitcher, it's important to throw that first pitch for a strike. Stanton does a great job at that. Stanton's a guy that goes up there and competes. That's all I can ask for in Stanton, and he does a great job. So,
Stanton, take me behind the scenes. What pitches do you have, and talk about just the relationship with your catcher and your pitching staff as a whole. What's that dynamic like early in the season over at Crimson Cliffs?
So our staff, we really focus on throwing the ball low and keeping everything low, down in the zone. Make sure nothing's up in the zone. We love to live low with the ball. And our relationship with our staff and our catchers is phenomenal. Our coaching staff is probably the best that I've ever had in my entire baseball career. And my relationship with my catcher, Austin, is probably the best relationship I've had with a catcher ever.
You don't have to shake him off very often?
Nope, never.
Coach, how many pitches are you calling? You letting Austin call the game 100% of the time, or are you overriding him once in a while?
No, every once in a while, we'll call pitches. I mean, there's a lot of the times even where stat shakes off. Something I appreciate about the staff and that relationship that they have with their catchers is, that pitch isn't working right now, or our catchers have done a real good job at trying to see, where guys are setting up at the plate, what kind of adjustments they're making. So, yeah, they shake off, and I'm totally okay with that, because if they shake off and they get hit, it's their fault. It wasn't mine. I didn't call it, but they do a great job. Those guys recognize, certain cues and make adjustments. So, been proud of those guys so far.
You get to swing the lumber at all, or are you
No,
just pitching?
I've tried.
One
Babbitt
of the
says
best
no.
BP hitters, though, we got in the freaking lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Dude takes some daddy hacks. He's great.
I love it. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. We're going to have a bunch of the games on the Fan Sports Network. Coach, thanks for bringing these guys by. How many rings you got, McKay? Ryder?
4. 3 for me.
3 for you and 4 for you. Add another one, you'd have 5.
I got to finish the hand.
You finish the hand. A lot of people give, to win one state championship, but you're trying to fill a whole hand. I love it. Coach, thanks for bringing the guys by.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
All right, good stuff. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs.